Joe, you said you wanted to talk a little Knicks.
Yeah.
So I'm curious.
We're on this basketball talk. We're all talking about the Nets. The Knicks get lost in this. You know, who they got coming back? Melo, Amare, Chandler. Oh, and that guy they're trying to sign, Jeremy Lin.
And that guy.
That guy.
You know that guy. This guy, Jeremy Lin, this guy. Yes, I know that guy.
Well, I just don't understand a couple things. Now, I understand people are like, oh, you got to sign him. He's going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread, yada, yada, yada. Now, if I'm the Knicks, I would be looking for a different option than just Lin. I would want Lin to be the backup.
Really? Okay. I'm interested. All right, keep going.
Well, I'm just curious, why does everyone think Lin is going to be a superstar in the NBA when he's only had about 30 games under his belt? He already has a knee injury. And let's face it, he was cut by 2 or 3 different teams before he even got an opportunity to make the Knicks. So why does everyone think this guy is going to be such a great superstar? Why does everyone think that he's going to bring the Knicks to the promised land? Because I don't see it. I really don't. He's only played 30 games. It's just a small sample size. And let's be honest, when he played against the Miami Heat, he got shut out. The top team in the NBA figured him out. So to me, the Knicks need to improve on their point guard if they're going to beat that best team in the NBA. Thoughts?
To me, look, I actually like Jeremy Lin. One of my main reasons why is you saw it numerous times. He is not scared of the big moment.
I'll give you that.
More than willing to take the game-winning shot.
Especially against Toronto, he hit that game-winning 3. You're right.
More than more than just that Toronto shot, he can play in MSG and perform. Mm-hmm. Which most basketball players will tell you is one of the hardest places to play because of just the history to it. It's similar to that Yankee Stadium, aura.
I got
that feeling of what greatness is taking place on that court, whether it be by the Knicks or by an opposing player, aka my man Michael Jordan. Anyway,
or Kobe.
Kobe.
Kobe likes to get it done at the Garden.
But. Pixel saying something very similar, where he'd prefer Lin to come off the bench, maybe learn from Nash for a little bit. Now, under the Bird rule, the Knicks would need to sign him for $24 million for 4 years.
I don't get that.
And this is what I'm talking about. I don't completely understand how all of the new collective bargaining agreement stuff really works. I'm not 100%. What I do understand, though, is that this Bird rule gives some insurance to players.
Okay.
It gives them some type of a guaranteed, if you get signed, you're going to get signed for this or in money. This range, Shump, Nash, Melo, Murray, Tyson is my... See, and I understand...
That's nice.
See,
but
now
Shump's not even going to be available for the beginning of the year.
Yeah, Shumpert's going to be like right after All-Star break.
Yeah.
He's supposedly, he didn't tear his as bad as Rose, so he's not going to miss as much time. Also, I don't know if the Knicks are relying on him long-term as much as the Bulls are relying on Rose. So the Bulls might be extra cautious with Rose. I don't know. But that I can't argue with. I would rather have Nash in my starting lineup, especially if we're just going for one season right now. If you're telling me you have to make this choice and it has to go for the next 5 years, I'm probably going to say Jeremy Lin over.
Okay.
But if you're telling me this season, maybe next season, then I think I would keep Steve Nash. But if you're going to go long term, I will do my best for you, Jeremy. I saw that. I got you. Anyway, so, I like the Knicks roster. I think it's pretty good. I think what their biggest problem is trying to find a balance for Melo and Amari.
Okay.
I really think that's their biggest issue. And I think, to be honest with you, if you have Shumpert and you have Chandler, you have Amari and Melo on your starting as your 4 of your starting 5. I like that because now you got 2 scorers and 2 shutdown defenders. Mm-hmm. In your starting 5, you have both sides of the ball covered.
And you have a big shutdown defender and a small shutdown defender.
Yeah, you're covering both ends for yourself. And I really like that. I think as a team, that's one of the best things you could ask for. Now, I think that's the important part. Can you find that guy to come in and control your offense? Is it Lynn? Is it Nash? Is it somebody else?
Now, as much as I want to put Nash in there, wouldn't Nash kind of wouldn't be the right point guard for the Knicks just because Melo's a ball stopper? What does Nash like to do? Nash likes to, get everybody involved, keep the ball moving. Melo doesn't really do that. So, I mean, does Nash really make sense for the Knicks? I don't really think so.
What Nash might help with, though, is... See, I don't know how they want to go about it. I don't know. Like, to me, I'd almost consider 2 starting 5s. Like I did, I mentioned when they were trying to make their playoff push. I like having Amari and Melo on the court at separate times. Just because I think you run 2
different offenses.
Pick and roll with Amari, and you run ISO with Melo.
Yep.
And Melo's a pretty good passer. All right. So even though he doesn't pass that much, he's a pretty good passer. Hence when we went nuts when he got his 3rd triple-double. And I pointed out, well, he only got his 3rd for his whole career because he doesn't pass the ball a lot. I do think, that this team has the right pieces to be much more competitive than getting swept by Miami.
Oh, definitely.
I think they're better than the 7th seed in the Eastern Conference.
And you'll definitely see that this year. I fully agree with that.
Pixel makes another good point. The Knicks need to figure out a way to get a guy like Novak touches off of the bench. Novak's not a dribbler.
No, he's not.
Now, is it maybe something to do with him? Maybe he doesn't have the agility and athleticism of a Corver or a Ray Allen, those guys that just run around circles and get open for jump shots. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't have that.
Well, isn't this his 6th team in the NBA already, Novak?
Novak? No, Novak's only been in the league for
my bad,
2 years.
I thought he was already a journeyman.
You might. No, I think you're thinking J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith sort of.
There you go.
And then China.
I probably am.
So, yeah, and he's another player that falls under this Bird ruling. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do some research on the Bird ruling and some of the things to know about the collective bargaining agreement.
Well,
I will know this stuff before July 11th signing date, so I can know what the heck is going on when they start saying all this stuff.
There you go. I was also going to say, I'm hearing reports that the Knicks are interested in signing Marcus Camby as a solid bench player. Camby.
Old Nick.
Dude,
he played on the Knicks.
He used to play on the Knicks, yeah. And I actually think him coming off the bench would be phenomenal. Think about it. Tyson Chandler just won Defensive Player of the Year. Marcus Camby won it 4 or 5 years ago. So once you're bringing out Tyson, you're still keeping that great defense.
I mean, Camby's a little older, a little slower than when he won it, but I know exactly what you're saying.
So I don't know.
That's not bad.
I just wanted to touch on the Knicks because we were giving the Nets so much love. Do you think that there's a possible trade that the Knicks could go out there and do that would improve their roster? Maybe like a Jose Calderon or something like that. Because I know.
Hey, see that and that. The funny thing is, Pixel Camby's garbage. Hated him then and now.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have much of a role. He would just be a solid bench player.
Yeah, he wouldn't be anything more than just to come in and play some defense for you. Pixel, I feel you with the keep it young, keep it fast, but you got to have some veterans on your team. It's just necessary. And Melo, to me, is a veteran that's not going to be the best leader for your team. So you got to find guys that are willing to come in and, put it down.